This is a genuine 4,000-year-old ancient Sumerian votive inscription, and we're going to translate one of the lines from this today. So I was very fortunate enough to be able to go and see this artifact in the John Rylands Library where it is currently housed. As you can see here, it dates to the early Old Babylonian period, so it's probably around 3,800 to 4,000 years old roughly, and it comes from the city of Isin. The inscription itself tells us that it was probably inside of a wall, and it's dedicated to a king known as Enlil-Bani. As you can see his name just at the top there on line number 1. So this is the line that we're going to focus on today. If you are interested in a full translation, that is available on my YouTube. So here is the transliteration and of course the signs. So in Sumerian it reads, Dam shage pada inana. So as always, let's explain what's going on with the grammar. So from left to right we have dam. Now dam literally means spouse. So then we have shage. So sha is a word which means heart or middle literally, so it can also be for that reason used for the word womb. Now because the word shah can also be said shag with a G on the end, which has been dropped here in this case, it is being carried over still, so it is a silent auslaut into this sign here, ge, so that's what the G is here. Now the E is actually known as the directive case marker. So the directive case, or as it is also known as the locative terminative, as it says here, the main function of the directive is to express movement arriving in contact with an object or position adjacent to in contact with an object. So here is a nice little visual to kind of explain how the directive works. So the other markers that we've already looked at, so we have the locative at the top there, which means into something. So if we take, for example, the word A2, or A as it would be pronounced, which is the word for temple, if we were to say A with the locative, that would mean into the temple. And then we have the terminative case, which we've spoken about, is she3, which means motion towards something. So if we use the same example of the temple, A, if we had A she, that would mean towards the temple. And then finally we have the directive, which we're going to use our example today to demonstrate, but as you can see here it mentions motion arriving at or positioning next to or adjacent to, so we could translate that as by something, it's right by it. So with this in mind, shage would literally mean by the heart. And then we have pada, which means to choose. And then finally, of course, we have the name of Inanna, whose name is marked with the divine determinative to let us know that what follows the dingir, which is an unpronounced determinative, is of divine status. Here are some other examples of the construction that I've just mentioned as well, the shage pada, or in this version here, just above my head, we have shakuge pada, so the ku, which means pure, so chosen by the pure heart, literally. So finally, to translate this sentence altogether, we'd have the spouse chosen by the heart of Inanna. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.